Okay, Dave's TV comedy tag. These are in no particular order, and like him, I have 15 of them. So, here we go. Number 1, Three's Company. Love John Ritter. 2, I Love Lucy. Again, I love Lucille Ball, and Desi Arnaz was the perfect foil. 3, Laverne and Shirley. I was a big fan of Happy Days and the Fonz, and Laverne DeFazio and Shirley Feeney were a match made in comedy heaven. So were Lenny and Squiggy. 4, MASH. Yeah, I always loved MASH, especially Hawkeye Pierce. 5, Barney Miller. I always loved Barney Miller because it was the first real cop show I ever saw that portrayed realism as you saw it on the streets. 6, The Phil Silver Show, also known as Sergeant Bilko. You'll never get rich from digging a ditch. Yeah, it took place at a army base where he was always trying to get rich quick, I guess, is how it was. 7, The Andy Griffith Show. I always loved Andy, and to an extent more so Don Knotts. Yeah, Andy always played the straight man, and Don Knotts was the class clown, so to speak. And it was like Abbott and Costello all over again. 8, a spin-off of Andy Griffith. It was called Gomer, Pyle, USMC, starring Jim Nabors as the gas station attendant Gomer Pyle, who enlists in the army, always trying to please his sergeant, Sergeant Carter, Vince Carter. Ironically, in later years, that would be known as a basketball player. Where did I leave off? 9, The Red Green Show. I always loved that show. Steve Smith played a handyman who slash lodge leader who knew how to do 101 things with duct tape. Interesting fact, it was filmed here in Canada. 10, this had to go on here, Mr. Ed. The idea of a talking horse just always fascinated me. Just look at those Francis the Talking Mule movies. 11, Seinfeld. Yeah, I've always loved Jerry and his comedy, and if you want something recent that he was in, try Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee on Netflix. They have a whole mess of seasons of that. 12, 10 Items or Less. That was like a precursor of Superstore, but it was the same general idea. A guy inherits his father's grocery store and tries to do things his way. And it was like The Office, where it had mad improvisation. It was like Superstore meets Whose Line Is It Anyway? 13, Becker. Yeah, not many people know about this one, but it was the first thing that Ted Danson did after Cheers. He starred as Dr. John Becker. He was a brilliant physician with a gruff exterior who always offended people who tried to get close to him, but he was extremely dedicated to his practice. 14, The Golden Girls. Always loved Betty White, and the way that she and B. Arthur always bantered in that show was second to none. And rounding out the cast of characters is another homegrown favorite, Schitt's Creek, which was created by Eugene Levy and his son Dan, and also stars them about a former video store owner who, I guess, has everything taken away from him and has to start over. That I was hooked on as soon as I saw it. So, yeah, so give those shows a try if you haven't seen them. I'm sure you'll be as entertained as I was. And as you can see over here, that's I Love Lucy, the complete series. I never ever grow tired of watching it. She was always brilliant, like I said. Anyhow, that's Dave's TV comedy tag, so I'll see you next time. Later.